Before You Were Mine, written by Carolyn Duffy, published in 1993. This is an autobiographical poem addressed to Carolyn Duffy's mother Mary. An alternative title for the poem might be Before I Was Born, since for much of the lines, Duffy tried to imagine what her mother's life was like before she became a mum, when she was single and free of responsibilities. Consequently, it is a personal and intimate poem with plenty of precise details which add authenticity. The poem opens with Duffy looking at an old photograph of her mother, laughing with two of her friends. The photo was taken 10 years before Duffy was born, so it would have been in 1945 at the end of the Second World War. The dress blowing up in the wind reminds Duffy of an iconic image of the Hollywood film star Marilyn Monroe, which is suggestive of glamour. Therefore, the image of Mary Duffy and her friends is one of joy and carefree abandon. This idea of glamour is taken up in the remaining stanzas, where Duffy imagines her mother enjoying the nightlife of the 1940s and 50s, with its fizzy movie tomorrows and the ballroom with 1,000 eyes, where she would sparkle and waltz. There's the suggestion of a rebellious nature, with a reference to love bites, and Mary purposely staying out late, even though she knows it will land her in trouble with her mother, i.e. Duffy's grandmother. But Mary reckons it's worth it. In the final stanza, Duffy relives her memories of her mother from when Duffy was a young girl. Despite now being a mother, there is still a literal spark of the old, rebellious, glamorous Mary as she teaches her daughter the steps to the cha-cha-cha dance. As they dance, the metal plates on the heel of their shoes strike out sparks on the pavement. Note how they are on the wrong pavement, hinting at the mother's defiant streak. Such hints of this more fun mum make the young Carol long for more, and so the poem concludes on a wistful, regretful tone. There's maybe a suggestion of resentment too. Perhaps Carol wished that her mother would lighten up a bit more. Of course, what prevented Mary Duffy from being light-hearted more often were the demands of parenting. Duffy half apologizes for how her possessive yell as a baby brought an end to her mother's free and easy world. She admits that her needs as a child came before her mother's own desires. Remember how the title is similarly possessive, Before You Were Mine. Her mother's old red dancing shoes are now just relics, a mere echo of the more happy-go-lucky days, as her old life is gone forever. The young Mary is just a ghost. In writing this poem, Duffy is attempting to address the generation gap between child and parent. For many children, the idea that their parents were once like them, young and exuberant, is odd, even bizarre. After all, from the child's point of view, they've only ever known their parent as a parent. Duffy tries to reimagine her own mother, and in so doing, reveals how parents perhaps aren't very different from their children. She also illustrates how the effect of becoming a parent can change an individual as they acquire new responsibilities and have to make self-sacrifices to meet their children's needs. The poem focused on parent-child relationships. Before You Were Mine fits well with the other similarly focused poems, Mothering Distance, Follower, and Walking Away. Remember, though, that Walking Away gives a parental point of view, which offers a potentially illuminating contrast with Duffy's poem. A further connection with Walking Away is that this poem also focused on the past and memories, and since this is a theme too of When We Two Parted and Neutral Tones, links could therefore be made with Before Your Mine and these two love poems.